Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrots and Olives. My name is Brittany and I have not been on YouTube in about 3 weeks. So sorry about that. Just life caught up with me and I was just really exhausted. But anyway, today I am going to share with you a new to me fountain pen, and this pen is from Ellington Pens. They reached out to me and asked if I would do a review on one of their pens and try it out. And I said, yes, let's try it out. So they actually arrived earlier, actually in mid-November. So it's been a few weeks that I've been trialing this pen, and the pen I'm using right now is called the Nautilus on their website. All their pens have one price tag at the moment, and that is $39.95. So $40 for a pen that writes very well, has some weight, and comes with many different colors. This pen actually at first kind of caught me off guard because it's metal, or at least it feels like metal. It's kind of hard to determine what exactly the material is made out of, but it's not plastic and it has some weight to it. This one is actually heavier than the other one that they sent me, which is the Stealth, and that is the all black version. And then I find that when I'm writing with this pen, the Nautilus, it is more comfortable for me when I don't have it posted. So I am going to be journaling with both of the pens and then also a Kaweco just to show you kind of the difference in the nib width. So their pens only have one size right now, and they plan on creating more nib sizes, but right now it's a medium. And for me, medium is like an average size. It's like a 0.5. And I think it's a good overall size to start with. There's a lot of people out there who are on either side of the spectrum, but like a medium I think is a good starting point. And so I find that with certain inks, the medium could be finer than some inks. And one of the things that they include in their packaging is a clamshell gift box and a piston converter, and also 3 starter inks. So you will see that when I start writing with my Stealth black Ellington pen, I actually used one of their starter cartridges, and they are black, and you could see the difference in the thickness of their cartridges versus the blue I'm writing with right now. So the blue ink is actually from Sailor, and it's called it's Manyo ink, and it's called Samir. So it's this bright, vibrant blue, and it has some shading to it, especially on the edges of my letters. And then here is now the black Stealth. So what's interesting is that the black is quite lighter than the Nautilus, and it's at first I started writing with the black Stealth before I started writing with the Nautilus, and I found that it was more comfortable unposted. But when I compared the weight of the Stealth versus the Nautilus, I definitely can write with the Stealth with it posted versus the Nautilus posted. So, I mean, it's up to you how you do it. If you do post the pen posts very securely. And if you were to like shake it or wiggle it, it's not going anywhere. So it is a postable pen. And if you do like the weight, definitely consider posting. I find that both pens are very smooth. When I did start writing with the black pen, I wasn't using Tomoe River paper, and the pen itself was a bit scratchy. Well, it wasn't scratchy. Sorry, that's the wrong word. It was squeaky. For those of you who have been in the pen game for a while, might know exactly what I mean, like the difference. It's like you can hear it, and you can also kind of feel it a little bit, but it's not scratchy. And then when I started writing with my favorite paper, which is Tomoe River, I don't feel that that squeakiness anymore. So I think it kind of depends on the paper you're using, which is a saying that goes with many fountain pens. It kind of depends on the paper you use. So just keep that in mind. And as we're just going through, I'm journaling about today, which is the day that I'm filming. And I'm also doing my voiceover. And today was filled with a lot of things to do, and it's actually not even over. But I did want to do an example, like a full writing example, so you could see how everything looks on tomoe paper. And I think this is a pretty good example of what you would get. So the nib itself is made out of gold alloy, and for the stealth, they just put, it's a black nib, and then with the Nautilus, you get the gold nib. And on the nibs, they have a engraved loop, which to me looks more like an E for Ellington than just a bunch of different loops. And I think it's quite elegant. The snap of the pen, it is a snap, and it's quite satisfying. It has that really nice, soft, smooth little click. And I feel as though the cap and the pen is a perfect fit, and that the ink is definitely not going to dry out. For my black pen, the ink of their starter inks, the cartridges, are very wet. And you'll see towards the end of this video how I accidentally did smear the ink towards the end. But it's nice and thick and juicy. And the black to me is very black. It's not like a gray black or a brown black. It's a dark black in this pen. So as we're getting to the end of the video, I'm just drawing a couple of sketches with my Kaweco just because it's a smaller nib. The Kaweco I'm writing with is the original 250 fountain pen, and I have an extra fine on it. So you can kind of tell the difference in between the extra fine and the medium. But as for the black cartridge, the ink is very juicy, and since I started using the Stealth black pen first, I inked it up first with the starter ink, and I've kept that ink in the pen for 3 weeks. I would write with the pen about once a week at first, and then I started writing with it a lot more as I was preparing for this video, but it hasn't dried up. I did not need any type of moisture to moisten the nib to get it to start. There's no hard starts. So that is perfect for me when it comes to pens that sit for a while, because that happens for me personally, I know, and for many of you, I'm sure that happens from time to time. So that is a good sign that these caps and the closure is very secure on the pen and keeps it well from being dried out. So I would say $39.95 is actually a pretty good deal for a pen that writes well, has a smooth nib, is a medium-sized nib, but they will be coming out with more, and definitely worth looking at. So I will put their information in the description box if you're interested in checking them out. And I want to thank you guys all for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will call you. No, I can't call you. I'm sorry, but I will comment back at my earliest convenience. And I hope you guys have a good holiday if I don't do another video soon, and a great New Year's. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.